in 2012, one of the biggest films and one of the most impactful films have come out. But no one has ever been able to replicate the Avengers' success, besides, of course, the Avengers sequels. But other than the Avengers sequels, basically doing pretty well at the box office, everyone who should try to copy the Avengers or try to create a cinematic universe have failed. But there is one company I think that can do a cinematic universe well. And we all know who it is: Nintendo. That's because Nintendo already has a series that is dedicated to Nintendo crossover, and that's the Super Smash Bros. Series. Super Smash Bros. Brawl had a story mode, and also there was the World of Light and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But basically, those types of stories can serve as a catalyst for Nintendo making a Super Smash Bros. Movie. And maybe it could finally convince Nintendo to put a story mode in the Super Smash Bros. Games that is in thus the World of Light as well. Maybe in the first Smash Bros. Movie, Mario, Link, Kirby, Pikachu, and of course Red, and of course other characters can team up to defeat, of course, either Master Hand or, of course, the Mario villains. And, of course, other Nintendo villains as well, such as Ganondorf and King Dedede. I think this idea of Nintendo making a cinematic universe based around one of Nintendo's most profitable IPs and one of Nintendo's most popular IPs is pretty good. And I think the fact that Nintendo is literally hinting at it in the first Mario movie trailer about the multiverse and how there's more to this universe than you think is proof that Nintendo wants to challenge Marvel for the throne of most important cinematic universe in the world. Smash Bros. Ultimate's sales is one of the best-selling Nintendo games of all time. And it sold around 3.42 million copies relatively easily. And it was one of the fastest-selling Nintendo games. Not as fast as, of course, Splatoon 3, and of course... Oh yeah, I bet Splatoon would probably be introduced before Smash Bros. Movie as well. I think how it would work is that, of course, Nintendo would introduce the Mario movie, a Kirby movie, a Zelda movie, a Splatoon movie as well, and of course a Pokemon movie as well. All of them under Nintendo Studios, which is of course the Nintendo. I think that's the Nintendo Movie Company, but it was one of the top-selling games of probably all time. Now, actually. Smash Bros. Ultimate is one of the best-selling games on the Nintendo Switch, and it was actually the fastest-selling Switch game in history until Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, and then Splatoon 3 passed that, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet passed that, and now here we are. Yeah. Smash Bros. Ultimate's sales are massive. The game sold around 30 million copies, and will likely pass that by the end of the year. And the fact that this game is such a big title, despite of course being a fighting game, Smash Bros. Ultimate still is being picked up by a lot of people. A lot of people who have either never played the games ever, or want to play this game because they think it's a fun party game. But I think the fact making a cinematic universe based around the Super Smash Bros. Series, and making that the basis for the Nintendo Multiverse movie, I think would be a very genius idea. And maybe it might finally convince Nintendo to bring back the more cinematic part of Super Smash Bros. And considering the fact that they're incorporating this game series in, of course, as basically the Avengers of Nintendo, I think basically this would be the Nintendo's wake-up call to make a massive story mode for the Smash Bros. Games themselves. And heck, they can even use the cutscenes from the movie if they're really going to be that way, if they want to be that lazy as well. And the thing of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you could of course, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is not just, and the Super Smash Bros. Series, since Brawl, also have third-party characters. So there's a possibility they could tie in the Sonic movie to Super Smash Bros. The movie, the Sonic movies. Which would be pretty funny as well if they actually do that. Because of course the Sonic movies both of them are pretty successful in their own rights. Sonic 1 made around $320 million, and the second movie made slightly more, $400 million. Which I think the Mario movie is going to pass that in sales, but those are still extremely impressive sales, considering that Sonic isn't as popular as Mario as well. And also Sonic kind of has a negative reputation nowadays as well. well. But of course, having the Sonic movie cross over with the Mario movie would be a pretty sick thing as well. And also, I bet the human characters would be dropped in this as well, because Sonic would be also working together with like the Mario and Link, not with James Mars. I think that's his name. Yeah, the generic human characters in the Sonic movie that are probably the most forgettable characters in the entire Sonic series as well. And of course, Eggman can of course be in it as well as Jim Carrey, but I don't know if Jim Carrey wants to do acting anymore. But yeah, I think a Smash Bros. Movie is definitely on the table if you watch the Mario movie trailer too, as well. So yeah, if you have seen the Mario movie trailer, what do you think of it? I think it was pretty amazing, just like the first trailer. I think it really showed that Nintendo really means business, is with of course making the Nintendo movies. I think the Nintendo movies will be big tentpoles from now on, and it will definitely give Pixar a run for the money as well, which I think that's what will happen. I think Mario movie will give Pixar some much needed competition as of course their best animation studio. I think Nintendo will probably continue collaboration with Illumination to give them guidance, of course, how to animate movies. So that's basically what this video here. Goodbye.